Are you a scholar on Quran?
Is the Quran only for scholars?
That's not Quran.
Is the Quran only for
That's
scholars?
not Quran. That's English.
Is the Quran only
That's
for
not Quran.
scholars?
Quran is Arabic. That's
Is
not
the Quran only
That's not
for
Quran, man.
scholars?
That's not Quran.
Is the Quran?
That's not Quran speaking.
There we go.
But that's not Quran speaking. That's
So,
not Quran.
apparently the Quran has to be read only by scholars. Are you a
That's not
scholar of the
Quran.
Quran?
That's not Quran. What authority are you?
Are you a scholar of the Quran, sir? No. So you should never read the Quran according to him.
No. I
Because
never
he
said that.
thinks-
No, another lie again.
Because
No, he asked you, are you a scholar? But he didn't say.
why did he ask me?
He just
I don't
asked you,
understand.
just
I'm trying
answer
to read
the
the book.
question. Just answer.
Yeah,
He didn't
simple.
say the
Okay,
Quran
that's
can
fine,
only
that's
be read
I
by
never
scholars.
said that.
That's
So don't put words in his
He's saying he's explaining tafsir is giving.
But yeah, it requires.
That's a different argument than just reading.
So when you
Tafsir.
read, do you intend to understand?
Of course.
So someone who is not a scholar can understand.
Yeah, but who explained the Quran?
How
explained the
long
Quran?
have you been a Muslim, sir? Please learn from them.
Who explained the Quran?
Please
I
learn
didn't
from-
say understand. It's perception point.
Okay, so
Perception is different from understanding.
No, yeah.
Do you agree with this?
No, I know.
I
but you
can't
feel
believe.
clever.
I can't believe this guy
When you,
goes
when you
around.
read something and you to understand,
What's the please come here.
No, I don't want to be.
if you
So-
explain,
that's what
if you explain in the verse of the Quran,
Excuse me, sir. That's fine. That's
I
fine.
want to understand what.
But I think that's what he's
You think he's
saying.
smart, but he's not smart enough. He's not that smart.
Please don't touch me.
If
As
you-
long as you don't touch me, I
If
don't
you,
know.
It's okay.
if you explain in the verse of the Quran, you're giving a tafsir. You're projecting. So I'm asking,
Okay,
what
let me
are
ask you this very simple thing.
Because in the Quran itself tell you, one second, the Quran itself tell you who should explain it. The Quran says the Prophet should explain it.
It's a,
So then the
Do you
scholar
agree
take the
with that?
explanation, so the scholar take the explanation from the Prophet and pass it on to you.
Do you understand?
So this is the problem
I
that we
think there are
have.
some things that are actually black and white, cause clear.
So
Yeah, some things.
So he,
Some
your
that
Muslim
maybe
brother
I-
isn't
I
agreeing.
want to know what's your
Yeah,
point.
but
I just
he
want to know
says,
what's your point.
he's here saying he's explaining the whole entire Quran. He didn't
I don't
specify.
think he's saying that.
Who is this guy to explain the whole Quran? Who is he? He's nobody.
Are you hearing him?
Okay, can you explain the
Maybe
whole
maybe
Quran
it's the
in
hoodie. Maybe take the hoodie down. You
just
are hearing
1 hour
better.
or 1
You
day?
can't even explain the
No,
Bible, your own scripture. You're going to explain Quran?
I'm trying to discuss. Do you have a problem?
Yes.
Let's discuss. That's the
your
thing.
problem?
Let's
What
discuss.
kind of law life
Okay,
be over this?
It's okay.
What kind of law?
It doesn't
This man can't
matter.
explain his
It's-
own Bible.
Can I have a
can
discussion
explain
about the
Quran.
Quran?
All right, sorry. Have you not?
It's a far reach.
Of course,
No,
actually,
he just he came
No,
here.
actually-
You know, when I asked you, are you Muslims? You know, the
I'm
four of you.
ex-Christian.
You
He can't
both-
explain his own
and a
Bible.
couple of
Yeah.
them.
He can't explain
And then I see him.
actually,
I don't
I'm
know.
an
Really?
ex-Christian. I used to be where he's.
Listen,
I'm
I
an
think-
ex-Christian. You can't explain Trinity. Never mind explain Quran.
Just a bit
Yeah, but he's
confused.
not
Sweetie,
talking
don't
about
agree.
opportunity now.
I think
I'm
it's
saying
really
to you.
good.
If I,
Just a little bit confused. That's all.
I think it's really good that you're discussing Quran. That, I think it's really good.
my own language, I
Like-
speak Chinese.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Like just
Wonderful.
trying itself in
Good,
its own
good.
is really good. So
Good.
I'd
That's
love
good.
to hear what
That's
you
good.
said.
So my
Let's see what it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it could be translated. Yeah, it's fine. Just go ahead, please. Tell us your
he
point.
is terribly scared.
Let's have no.
He is terribly scared
Explain the
that
Quran.
someone may read the Quran and try and
That's not
understand
Quran,
what it
sir.
says.
No, it's actually really good. I think what you're doing is really good to understand the Quran. So go ahead, please.
What I've been doing,
What's
I'll
the
give
point that
you.
you're trying to make?
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Arul.
Yes,
Very
Arul.
good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Two of you and three, all three.
Yeah.
Very good to see you. My simple point is this, yeah. I've been researching by reading the Quran and observing other archaeological artifacts and so on,
Good.
trying to understand if Islam could have ever come from God.
Okay, good.
That's my object of.
Good.
I am a Christian myself.
Good.
And what I find is that Islam could not have come from God. Islam has plenty of problems.
Okay, like-
Theological problems, historical problems, and so on. So here is where I find out. I'll give you. You see, that's another same type.
But okay, first question, so we can have a good discussion. All right.
Sure.
Are you keeping an open mind?
Absolutely.
Or are you just trying to, offend Islam? That's very important. So is your objective is really understanding, or no? But that's really important, Arun, because if you do not have this intention of really understanding, if you're just studying to prove it wrong, then you have a problem.
All right.
But
so
if
look,
you're
one
really
second.
trying to
Look,
learn something,
I'll give you a simple example. I'll give you a simple
One
example.
second.
What's your name?
My name is Wasi.
Wasi. I'm Arul. What is your name?
Muhammad.
Muhammad. Wasi Muhammad, yeah. I'll give you a simple example. So you asked me, do you have an open mind?
Yes.
Which is a very good question. I really genuinely want to learn
Perfect.
what is in here. But of course I am a Christian. I can't forget the fact that I'm a Christian and I'd like to learn.
And that's why I'm saying, if you say that,
Wasi.
is he open-minded? To you, he wants to defend. He's going to defend what he understands.
But regardless,
So at the
So
end of
there's
the
a
day,
difference.
even
That's-
when you are saying something and it doesn't agree to it, it doesn't mean that it's not open-minded.
exactly,
Yeah, yeah, of
exactly.
course.
Said, so,
I think
okay,
Yeah, of
we have
course.
that.
No, no, no.
Well,
I
see,
totally agree.
completely understand. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, that's the only point I was going to make.
Yeah,
perfect.
The point is, you asked a very good question. You know what could have been a better question? The better question could have been, did you really study?
Yeah,
Which is-
that's what he was trying to ask you.
No,
but
no,
you
no, no,
maybe
no. He was
misunderstood.
trying
That's
to
why I
say
misunderstood.
none of us
Yeah.
should be talking about this. Only scholars should be.
No,
so
no,
he was
no,
trying
no,
to
no,
rant
no.
on about some other. Okay,
Okay,
let me give you a simple example. If the-
Open-minded
to answer the question,
open-minded.
to answer the question of whether I am studying myself, I can show you my notes.
Perfect. Yeah.
This is how I do for my Bible.
Okay.
Can you see? Notes on the Quran by surah types. I am going through first hand. I'm going through and I'm taking plenty of notes. What are the details about this, about that, and so on.
Go back to your.
But you see, that's just to give you an idea, Muhammad. My point is this. Number one, let's just stick to history. What I find is very interestingly, the Islam that even you might follow today, I find that to contradict what the Quran says. So
what
clearly,
sense?
I'll give you a few examples. Yeah.
No, just-
I will say one simple example is, depending on which sect of Islam you're from and so on, you would assume, you would believe that an angel, namely Jibril, came and spoke to Muhammad. Yeah. But when you read the Quran, you would find, if you read the Quran, if you have recited, one of the important questions asked of Muhammad, if it is Muhammad who contributed, one of the important questions asked over and over and over again is, what is the sign you have to show? Why should we believe in you? Why should we believe in you? And so on. Plenty of times, repeatedly asked of him.
Who's asking?
Who's asking?
Well, in this case, unbelievers asking him, why should we? Show us a sign. What signs have you got? You don't
but
see that?
actually-
in the Quran?
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, but actually, I'll tell you something because that's
Show-
different.
show us
That's a
in the
difference.
Quran,
No,
show
but,
us.
I'm not
but this is
aware of
really
that.
important. The unbelievers.
But not plenty of time.
The Quran talks about the unbelievers when they asked these questions. It was for Moses, because at that time it was the people, the Israelites and the people of Moses, were mostly believing in materialistic things, and they needed to see a proof. And that's why the prophet Moses, when he was sent, and Jesus Christ, when he was sent, which, by the way, we believe thoroughly, and we love them. All right. Like we love Moses, we cannot be Muslims unless we love Moses, Jesus, and all the prophets. Yeah. So. But for Quran, that's the whole thing. It was totally different. It was not materialistic things that he was showing to the people. It was the Quran itself. An illiterate person. Are you listening or are you trying to find the
I'm
reply?
listening, I'm listening.
Because it's very.
I'm
don't
listening.
try to find the
I
reply.
wanna get
I can tell you
problem
what
first.
you said.
Yeah, so-
I can
One
tell
second.
yeah.
Can I suggest one thing first?
Please.
Without interrupting him, I think he should just lay
What his problem
down
is, what's-
what he wants to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought that's one point
don't
that he
ask us
wanted
the
to talk
question
about.
first. You lay all those things first.
Sure.
And after that, now ask us questions. Then we can now all go in.
Yeah, because he asked the question and we had to
Yeah.
tell him.
Don't
So,
ask the question. Just
that's
let
fine.
us
That's
understand
fine.
the background first.
I found, going through the Quran, one of the important things asked of whoever was behind the Quran, let's say Muhammad for now, one of the important things asked repeatedly of him is, show us a sign, give us a reason. Give us a reason, show us a sign. Multiple times, over and over again, various surahs give the same question. And all of those times, he only talks about past destructions. Well, or maybe not all of the times. Many times he talks about past destructions as signs. Many times he talks about some other things as signs, like natural behavior, the tree. Look at the heaven, look at the tree, and so on, and whatever else. None of those times he is able to give a sign which would prove to the people that he himself is from God.
Can we?
No. Let
No.
him
No?
finish first.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
Okay, because there are lots of assumptions that are wrong.
I know. Don't
Yeah, it's
worry.
light work,
Just
light
let him finish. He's just giving a
Okay.
background.
This
doesn't make no
Yeah,
sense.
Patience.
one of the important points there is, people ask him a few different times, did ever an angel visit you? Did ever an angel visit you? Directly or indirectly, did ever an angel visit you? And do you know?
Let him finish.
Let him finish.
And what you find in context when you read the verses, you find that repeatedly the person communicates, either him or Allah on his behalf communicates, no, an angel did not visit him. That he spoke purely through an internal inspiration, not through an external angel's visitation. This is repeatedly the case, and I can show you a few different examples of this situation. So the point simply is, if you ask the question, did an angel visit Muhammad? You would give the answer yes, but the Quran says no.
No.
So either one of you, either you or either Islam of today, or Quran is wrong.
Now we.
This
know
is
the
a simple,
background. Do you want to go
simple
first?
proposition.
It's all right. First, I have some problems with a couple of assumptions that you made.
Yeah.
The Prophet, I'm not sure where in Quran.
Then you should ask him.
Yeah.
You're
So
not sure.
if you have a couple of verses where
Yeah.
Muhammad was asked from unbelievers, give us a sign or give us a proof. You can show me the verse, and then we can. Because it's very okay. And one more thing.
Sign was it
Quran
general
is all
or
about
was it-
Quran is all about context. Okay.
Yeah,
So this one story could be repeated in the Quran like 3 or 4 times, but from different viewpoints. All right. So for you, you cannot just look at one verse and say, okay, that's the story.
Sorry, he actually said multiple times.
Yeah,
don't
so we
worry,
need
it's
to
not gonna
exactly.
be
We
wrong
need to see
there.
them multiple
And
times where
wait,
it says that.
Please, I hope you will not.
did not
Don't
put
come
a
with the
sign on the
verses that God is telling Muhammad that. Can they not remember during the time of Moses that this happened? No. Or people are asking Moses sign or Jesus sign? No. We're talking about where the unbelievers are asking Muhammad to sign. Yes. Can you give us
something very important?
Give us
while-
maybe just
something
2.
very important
It's
while
enough.
referring.
Don't let it
They
go
asked for a
too much.
sign for what?
Yeah, you will tell us. We will
Because he
read
claimed that
it.
they asked for a sign to prove the Quran and all.
Yeah, no, it's not about the Quran. He
Sometimes
said that he
about
wants to know that if he is a prophet.
He is a prophet,
That's what
exactly.
he said.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so
Can
sometimes
you
they
give
ask-
us so that we
sometimes
can
they ask for a
Absolutely.
sign for something else.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
And wasn't Jesus asked? Wasn't Moses asked?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he is fine with
But-
asking. What he's saying is that he's not being
Did he
able to
give
give
a
them
proof?
a proof. Yeah, so give
So-
us the sign.
Muhammad.
Yeah, show us.
It's a.
What Quran chapter which we go?
I'll
I
come
also
to.
answer this question because I have also something which I can tell you about the sign. Quran also says that nothing has prevented us from sending sign except that the former people denies them, and we gave them the she camel as a visible sign to Qawm Samud. But what they wronged her, they killed her, and we sent not the sign except as the warning. So all these mu'jizas.
Brother, what you have said is a perfect answer at night, but what he is saying is people are asking Muhammad where is the sign. So we want him to show us first where people are asking Muhammad the sign
No,
first.
that's
Yeah.
good question. I know
Yeah.
there is a sign of the moon splitting. There is
Yeah,
a one
yeah,
sign.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that heaven prophet has been answered in the
Yeah,
Quran
so
that
in
why
Muslim,
we
let
are
him
not
explain.
sending
No,
the
no,
sign.
let him come up with that first. Right? No, wait.
Let me answer the question.
Oh, brother.
He's
Brother,
talking 21.
brother, it doesn't matter. Anyone can talk to
Where-
anyone,
where's the
brother.
He's not talking. That's a separate difference.
Yeah, but brother, wait. This man has asked him
Yeah,
a
where are
question.
the
Let him
verses?
fulfill that. Exactly.
I-
Don't let us
No,
mask it.
but we need to
Answer
move on.
him.
So
Where are the
where
verses? So we can move on first.
Because you built all your assumptions
Exactly. Yeah,
on
and we
these
didn't
verses. So
interrupt.
we need to
But
see
you
the
have to
verses
give us
and then we can
something.
discuss.
He
Yeah.
makes another point as well. He says that there's no way in the Quran says that shows that the angel bring it down.
Yeah, no, just let him come with this one
Quickly,
first.
because it's getting
One
colder.
after
I know
the
it's
other.
getting cold. I need to find out very quickly what's.
Yeah, but I'm assuming if you've done your studies and you're building all your assumptions, you would know where these verses
Oh,
are.
I know. The only problem is
Now, if you can't find one now, we can now move to the second
Exactly.
stage.
No.
Yes.
The
Or
only.
we can give you one
number 4.
evidence.
Exactly.
You know when you are building this up,
Yes, of course,
another
it's
question that you
100%.
came out is, did the angel visit Muhammad? And we said yes, but the Quran said no, isn't it?
بس انت لازم توقف.
Do you remember that?
yeah.
Yeah. So that one we can give you
بس لازم
evidence that
تثبته
the
كده واقف
angel
مش عارف
actually
يعمل إيه.
visited Muhammad. We can give you that evidence.
So I'll give you.
All right, listen, Baba. Go on.
يعملوا ايديتنج
All right, listen, Baba. Yeah.
So just one example
Yeah.
of where people asked him.
Which verse in which chapter?
Yes.
Surah 13. My problem is, you know what? My problem
Yeah,
is I didn't
what
print
verse?
out my document.
That's fine.
It's
That's
only on
fine.
the
You found it.
What's verse?
Verse 7. Next time I should even get it printed so I can easily access
Yeah.
it. 13 verse 7. Those who disbelieve say,
Yeah.
if only some sign were sent down upon him from his Lord.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
This is one example. Where the disbelievers are asking,
Yeah.
if only there was a sign.
No, but they didn't. No, but they didn't
ask
ask him.
to give them
No,
sign.
there's.
Look at what you read. Read it out again.
Why?
That's
you know
why
why,
they want us to
Arun?
clean
no,
that
but
place
you have to
first.
understand why. You know why? You know, no, listen. You know why they're asking these questions?
He
Because
has
the
given the
prophets-
answer.
Let me
Yes.
finish with
That's the answer he gave.
Yes, exactly. Because the prophets
You
in
can
the past,
explain now, but
Moses
that's what
and
he's saying.
Jesus,
And
their
what he said
miracles,
as well.
their
They
miracles
keep
were
denying.
materialistic. Yeah, but the miracle of Muhammad is the Quran
It's the
itself,
Quran
the one
itself,
that you're
that's
holding
it.
now, and is still up till now and
That's
until
the-
the end of days.
Yes.
You will discover things that you never knew, and the Quran knew thousands of years back.
That
You got
is
the
a
point.
miracle.
But
That is the
no.
answer.
And it
That's
came,
the sign.
from
no,
an
no. After we
illiterate,
unload that
illiterate
thing now.
person.
We have
Imagine,
established
imagine in your village, there is one person who's illiterate, all right, and the whole village knows, and suddenly you find him writing a book this big. What would you think? What would you think?
Probably it's an illiterate
No, but
lying.
no, I want to
And
go
that's what they said. They said he's lying, he's a magician, he's
Yeah,
crazy.
magician,
I
exactly.
want
But they did not
want
deny
Arun,
you.
I would have loved to stay more with you, but apparently you haven't done enough studies, so I would suggest you do more
one
studies.
Yeah, I agree
And
on that
if
one.
you're filming for some reason, do not edit, because if your objective is really to find the truth, so then you should take my words and do more study.
No,
and then come
no,
back here.
no.
I have
You
to
made
go.
a point.
Yeah, I
No,
have to
just
go.
say you
But-
have to go, but don't say I haven't got nothing else to say.
Because you
No,
didn't
no,
show
no,
any
no,
proof.
wow,
These
He
wow,
guys
said
wow.
you
don't
should
see
show
it.
us. No,
Wow.
he's not saying you don't have anything to
you couldn't
say.
support-
He's just saying
you couldn't
you cannot
support your
substantiate the
assumption.
claim.
What
That's
is
all.
the assumption? What is the assumption?
To
That's-
give us the verse that people ask prophets of
Many
the sign,
times, and he couldn't prove.
but you couldn't
Yeah.
ask give
Okay.
us one.
Okay. Let's go through this again. Yeah. Surah 13,
Yeah.
Again,
verse 7.
Verse 7.
verse 7.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what we just read.
We answered this.
And the point here is,
Yeah.
those who disbelieve say.
Yeah.
Say to who?
Yes.
Say, you know,
Yes,
it's
they
like
Say to who?
it's like
To
you-
one
it's
another.
to each other.
Everywhere,
How do you
everyone,
know?
even to him.
How do you know
That's
one
what it
another?
means in
It's
Arabic.
what it means that they are
That's what it
saying that.
means.
It's just me like I'm saying that Arul is a bad person
That's
there.
what it
He is
means.
saying that to
Say
those
for-
say
between
they say that.
And it reaches him.
Huh?
Let's.
That's not
Okay.
asking
Yeah,
a
you
question.
probably reach him.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
So ultimately,
Yeah.
ultimately,
Yeah.
Mohammed, please listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Ultimately,
am.
ultimately, my point isn't. My point is not the message someone else mentioned to someone else and whatever. That's not the point.
Can you finish read
The
that?
point is, the point
I
is,
heard people saying
the
that, right?
point is, it was required of him. It was expected of him to
Maybe
give a
yes.
sign.
Maybe.
That's my point.
Maybe yes.
Yeah?
Maybe.
No, no,
Because-
but that's different.
We
That's
don't
different
know,
than
but
what
maybe,
you
but
said.
that is different from what you said.
Fine. Okay. My
Yeah.
point
Okay,
is,
good.
bear in mind, I'm going to my
Which is normal. Which is normal.
which is very normal.
Yes, people will ask, why is
let
he
me
saying he's a
let me
prophet?
let me because bear in mind the context was I was going to explain to you about angels visiting, because if angels were to visit, that would be a sign, which if others could especially see that in some way, shape or form, that could be a sign. Let's say, long story short, long story short, I'll come to that angels visiting in 1 minute, please. Long story short, the simple point is, anyone standing here and claiming he is from God, you and I would like to know, well, if it is true or not.
Correct.
Because anyone can claim anything.
Correct.
Yeah. And so I completely agree that people asked similar things of prophets from the past also,
Yes.
from the Bible. Prophets of the Bible had evidence to show. Muhammad did not.
But what happened?
Well-
Did you not hear what this guy
This is
read
what
to
he
you?
had.
I know.
That is the answer from what you're
How can
saying.
that be an answer?
Yeah.
How can that be an answer?
That's be an answer because he said that they have actually sent
Arul, it was
prophets
really nice to
in the
meet you,
past
man.
before.
See,
but-
I have an injury,
Okay.
but
So what's the point
see,
anyway?
God's blessings.
Research more, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Mohammed, can I please suggest? Are you based here or elsewhere?
No,
Can
no,
we
I'm
do
not
live
based here.
streams, weekly live streams online?
Yeah, maybe next weekend I'll see you. But
If we see next weekend, can you please search on YouTube Operation Stephen, Stephen.
of course.
We do Wednesday live streams, Wednesday 8 p.m. London time.
Perfect.
You can, if you can join us online, that'll be really good.
Perfect. Take care.
And we can discuss this. Yeah. So,
Wasir.
Wasir.
Yeah.
Wasir. So my point is this. I certainly saw that, and it's certainly part of my commentary. But this is the problem. This is the problem, yeah. If someone claims he is from God, I'd like to find if it is true or not.
Yes.
the fact that it is a legitimate thing to ask for is not in any way, shape or form, the legitimacy of that ask is not reduced by the fact that previous guys abused.
But they did not ask. The verse we did not ask.
You with me so far? Let me put it this way. Let's say with you, yeah, with me on this. So, for example, let's say you come here, meet 10 people one after another, and say, "Well, I am from the king. I am from the king." You mention this to 10 people, yeah. And the first 9 people say, "Hey, you know what? You're just joking. I don't think you're from the king," and ignore you or reject you or whatever. Even though you gave them the evidence for the fact that you are from the king. Now, finally, you come to me, the 10th person, and I say, "Well, give me evidence that you are from the king." You simply cannot say the previous 9 guys have rejected and therefore I have no reason to give to you. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of what the previous 9 people did, my ask is still legitimate. And if you cannot show an evidence, I can't believe, because anyone can claim anything. So that is my problem. Problem number 1.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Both, let me not say in Islam alone, even in Christianity, what are the signs of true prophets?
Yeah.
Well, I can explain. Yeah.
Can you give me maybe 2 or 3, please?
Sure. So if you go through the details of the prophets in Hebrew scriptures, what you find is they always had something supernatural.
What does Abraham have?
1 second, please. Let me finish.
Yeah.
They always had something supernatural to demonstrate if they had a message to others during their time. For example, Moses.
Sorry, before that,
Yeah.
because you are a scripture person, unfortunately, I don't know the verse now, but I'm sure that you will. I think there's a particular verse in the Bible that actually shows the criteria that you need to meet for you to be a prophet of God. Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you know the verse?
No.
Can you give me?
No.
It's in Deuteronomy 22.
No.
Oh, no, it's
No.
Deuteronomy 22.
Oh, maybe.
No. No. Let me clarify.
You know it.
Let me.
You know the reason why I want to
Let
say
me clarify.
1 second, I will give you the chance. The reason why I'm saying that is because I don't just want to say only supernatural, because it is not about supernatural thing alone. You know that these people actually do. These people that are, for instance, now like Jesus, I think he actually talks to people, you know. Although he did all those signs and all that and whatever, prophecy is actually part of it as well.
Can you play? I can't hear.
Sorry, prophecy is actually part of. Sorry. I will check it now. Prophecy is actually part of it as well. You need to be a good person to people, command what is good and join in people in what is good, forbid what is bad, a righteous person and all that, isn't it? I think that person has to be part of it.
Let me tell you what the Bible explains. Yeah. Let me explain what the Bible
You
says.
have a criteria for true prophets, so what's the point of the whole thing? You have no criteria.
Don't put it.
Yeah. So, point is simple. You know, Moses was the first one to write scriptures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it? Sorry.
I'm with
I'll
you.
wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moses was the first one to write scriptures.
Yeah.
The previous guys did not write scriptures.
Okay.
Moses was the first one to write them.
Yeah.
And bear in mind, people were introduced to the idea that he is a prophet even before he wrote anything.
Yeah. Can you pull that out? Yeah. Go on.
But
I just want to read for myself, or you know how
you can read and I clarify, because the clarification is important. You know what he showed you? What he wanted to show you?
I haven't seen
It's
it.
what
You know what he wants to say already?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it?
It's a negative test for a false prophet, not a positive test for a true prophet
it's
alone.
about-
It's an important thing as a negative test because essentially this is where I can explain.
You don't know Bible, bro.
I don't know this thing you are talking about.
I can
so
explain.
So
This is what I can
that's why I
explain,
want to know. Yeah.
You know, Israel became a nation in Israel.
It's a test for
was
both sides.
Let them speak.
I tell you what I can tell you what the verse says.
Stop.
No, relax. Who are you, man? You're not referee. We don't have to
Let them speak.
I'm gonna speak.
Now explain to me before I read, so that I will have an open mind when I read it.
I'm gonna speak. What are you gonna do?
You want to speak to me? You can speak to
I
me.
don't want to speak to you. I don't want to speak to
So,
you.
very simply
Relax,
put,
man. Who are you, bro?
Don't jump into
before even any scripture was
What are you
written,
gonna do?
I'm speaking, so who are you
the nation of Israel, who were slaves in Egypt,
Something that came to pass.
already
Then that's
saw
what you-
signs and wonders
So the
of
verse show
Moses.
evidence for two
You know, the
prophets
10
also. If it came
plagues
to
and so
pass,
on.
what you say.
They saw signs and wonders. Like Moses comes and says, tomorrow there will be an infestation of frogs, infestation of locusts. You know what I'm talking about? This is even before they received any instruction as to what to expect.
I'm not against.
This is how God began his journey.
I'm asking, so what's the point?
God began.
I'm asking, so what's the point?
All right, brothers, it's okay, brothers. Brothers, calm down, man.
I don't know why you
It's
speaking to me.
enough, brothers.
I'm saying,
Brothers.
I want to listen to the conversation. Let them speak.
Brothers,
Stop
calm
You
down,
made your
calm
point.
down,
You
brothers.
made your point.
What
are you doing now?
Your bag is touching me, bro. In my first
Why do you behave like
Why
this?
this guy came and speak to me? I wasn't even.
Why don't you be a
trying to let you
gentleman
guys
right
know.
now? Why don't you be a gentleman right now? Let you stop
Why
the
this guy
behavior right
speaking to
now.
me? I don't even know him.
Yeah, I'm saying let them speak. They're not speaking to
I
you.
was here
Don't
before
talk
you
to
know that I was
them.
here
They're
before.
not speaking to you. Don't talk to them. They're not speaking to you. It's an A and B conversation.
with
See
it.
yourself out.
It's okay.
See yourself
Calm
out.
down.
So I'm not speaking to you. Why are you speaking to me?
Don't talk to
Okay,
me.
fine.
Conversation ends now.
Fine, thank you.
Conversation ends
It's
now.
okay, it's okay. Brother, it's
Sure,
okay.
thank you.
Is he a madman or what?
Trying to hear what they're talking
You,
about.
that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. So, what's it?
This guy for real. Don't know what he's dealing with.
So, to understand the biblical learning that people would have had to understand if someone was a prophet, I'll clarify what that process was. You know,
Tell me that one.
the nation of Israel were slaves. Okay, I'll make 2 points, and then I'll 2 specific theoretical points, and then I'll illustrate. Yeah. The nation of Israel got to know how to recognize a prophet through practice, by seeing wonderful signs already, even before any theoretical expectation was given. As human beings, they would have known what is supernatural. So they saw it in practice first, before even they were taught what to expect. Number 1. Number 2, later on, they were given a theoretical instruction as to how to recognize a false prophet from a true prophet. But even before this instruction came, they already had a prophet, namely Moses. Moses was the one who was later giving the false prophet versus true prophet definition. You see what I'm saying?
That is what he wants to show me, right?
He wants to show the later clarification
I'm not showing him that.
by completely ignoring the earlier historical context. The fact that Moses was a prophet.
We're from Deuteronomy 18, verse 18, all the way to verse 22. There's a criterion given.
Interrupting your conversation.
Can I speak to my brother? Can you?
No, because
Can I speak to my brother?
I understand.
That's
Can you speak?
no. Earlier, we need to.
18
Wasa.
to 22, right?
Verse
Wasa.
18
We
to
need to be.
22.
Wasa. I don't want to quibble much.
I'm not taking the conversation.
I don't want to be-
Don't worry, I'll read myself.
There's a
Don't worry.
criterion given
Don't
for
worry.
both sides,
Just
for
fine.
false prophet and true prophet. Not only one side.
No problem. Yeah, that's what he said too, actually.
No, it says only one side.
No.
It says only false side given for.
No, he said both sides. He said it's for both sides.
No, he didn't say that.
No,
He didn't say that.
Okay, don't worry. I got it though.
Because
I
he
got it.
wasn't listening. He says also.
Go with it. Go
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
said
continue,
Deuteronomy.
please.
He said
So-
Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it
So
later.
bear in mind
No, it
the
says Deuteronomy, but it
logical.
says Deuteronomy, that verse only cover one side. I'm listening.
Bear in mind, for you
Listen
to
what he
take a learning, put yourself in the shoes of the nation of Israel during the time of Moses. Yeah.
That's it.
Before,
Go on.
put yourself in the shoes of the people at that time. Yeah. For them to even take Deuteronomy as a teaching,
Go on.
for even
Don't get distracted, man. Come on.
it's a bit of a
Don't
yeah.
get distracted.
Sure.
From it.
For people to even take the book of Deuteronomy seriously, they need to have already come to the conclusion that Moses was a prophet, even before this verse was written. You see the point I made earlier? The way in which the nation of Israel was introduced to the fact that Moses was a prophet was because of the 10 plagues.
Okay.
They saw the plagues in operation. Even before anything was written down, they saw this in operation. So they understood this is supernatural, this is from God. You may know the fact that he stood in front of the Pharaoh, demonstrated and so on. So the fact that Moses was a prophet goes even pre-scriptural times. Later on, after Israel already knew Moses was a prophet, he came in now for posterity to give a precise instruction as to how to identify a false prophet from a new one, vis-a-vis a new one. But this is in the larger context of them already understanding that
So
Moses was a prophet.
That means what we got here. So what you're saying is what we got here, we can use it for a false prophet and for a real prophet.
You can distinguish especially.
We can distinguish between
to identify a false one from the true one, you can use this.
Okay.
Especially.
So that
but the starting point.
You know this verse, right?
But the starting
But
point.
do you know it?
I know.
Okay,
But
are
the
you
starting-
sure?
That is a prophecy.
Do you know why I say that?
Why?
I don't want to read it out now, so I'm gonna be asking you one of those things so that if you know,
But
I don't
my
need to
main-
be reading.
my main
I want
point-
to take your word from it.
That is a
Sure.
prophecy
But
of
my
God.
main point is the nation of Israel took Moses to be a prophet even before any of this was written.
I do understand what you're
And
saying.
how did and
All
that
right, you
is
know
what and that is what how did they come to the conclusion that Moses was a prophet?
All right,
is
let's-
what
let's-
I'd like to comment
It's
to you.
also the same reason why the Jews asked Muhammad if he can perform any miracles.
Exactly.
He couldn't do it.
That is
Okay.
exactly my point.
know the sign
In
of
other
Moses.
words,
You know when you say that.
I don't mean to be
No,
disrespectful.
What's
not
that?
rude.
What's that?
Not rude,
What's
brother.
that? What's that?
Let me just give you one assignment quick.
Yeah.
What you said now,
Let them speak
that they
when
gave
he's
him, asked him to do a miracle and he couldn't do it. The only thing I will agree with you is if you give me a reference.
Sure.
Try, please.
But
Try.
no, but
Yes,
before
you need to
even we
bring
go
it up
there,
because I don't know it.
before even we go there,
All
I'll
right,
show
all
you.
right.
I'll show you. But what's that? But before we go there,
Wait first. You know I drove you back to the book. Yeah? To the Bible's criteria. Let's forget about that. What you said now is there is something like supernatural.
exactly,
About
which is
them,
how
right?
the nation of Israel.
Now,
Which
can
is
I-
how the nation of Israel came to the conclusion that Moses was a prophet.
Now,
You understand so far?
yes. So-
With me so far?
Yeah.
Because as you can imagine, as you can imagine, a regular human being, through our normal experience in life, know what is. Wasa, please let me make this important point. A regular human being, through our experience in life, know and understand, as long as we are reasonably sensible, know and understand what is normally only human
Yeah.
versus what is superhuman. We understand.
I agree with you.
Good.
And I'm
Now,
going to
in
hold you
this
to that.
con-
Wait. I'm
Absolutely.
going to hold you to this statement. You
Absolutely.
Said
Now, in
Yeah,
that context,
you agree.
absolutely.
Now-
I have an injury, so I
sorry,
shake a little bit. No, but that's fine. But I really want to shake your hand. But,
Yeah, I do understand.
But
now let us now go back to
Muhammad.
where we were coming from, which
Muhammad.
is Muhammad. So now, one of the criteria, according to what you say, is he has to, maybe there should be something supernatural.
Exactly.
Now-
People
now,
expected a sign from him.
I understand.
Whether they came and spoke to
yeah,
him,
I know.
irrelevant.
You're right.
Exactly.
Fine.
But
Whether
the
they come
point
to
is-
me or not is irrelevant. But he has to show people that this is something miraculous, extraordinary. Which
Sorry,
is
come again?
whether people go to him to ask or not, it
Irrelevant.
doesn't matter. What matters is he has to show those
Exactly.
things. And
And
the
the
answer
fact
to
is,
that,
and the fact is, he wasn't able to.
okay, and I'm saying the fact is that he was able to.
Okay. Show me the evidence for the fact that Muhammad was able to show a sign.
I will. The evidence. Sorry, brother. Are you listening? Because you said something, and I want to give him the answer
Please come.
now. I want you to.
So,
I've
listen.
been invited into the conversation now.
Yeah.
No, you're always welcome. You're always welcome.
He is welcome.
It's a little
to
bit of a misunderstanding.
Everybody, we just
You
have
were-
to calm
you
ourselves.
were earlier.
No,
You were-
listen. Even
You
in
were-
speak as well.
What's your name?
Check your beauty.
What's your name?
Check your beauty. Your beauty.
Yabuti.
Yeah.
Yabuti.
Yeah.
In two before you
No,
walk
no,
in.
please.
100
Let's keep.
people can-
Let's keep. Let's keep in.
One second.
Oh, sorry. Apologies. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Aaron, right?
Yeah. Arul. L.
Arul. Yeah. See, the thing is, 100 people can talk here. As far as two things. One, we don't abuse each other.
Yeah.
And we just respect each other. That's fine.
Sure.
Try not to.
Yes, sir. Now let's.
Everybody can talk. We all just learning.
No,
and just want to
yes, sir.
enjoy.
You know what? You know what happened?
Yeah.
He lied on the Bible.
No, don't worry.
framed it.
Don't go back
He lied
there
on it.
again. Don't
Yes.
worry. Don't go
The
back.
only problem, just to make sure, I was observing what was happening earlier also. Our friend here was a bit was a bit of a dominant, was trying to dominate by saying the same thing repeatedly. And he just came in to say, don't let them speak. That's all he did.
I do
So
understand.
to be honest, if anyone needs a little bit of an instruction, it's our friend
I
here.
do understand.
But doesn't matter.
All right,
Doesn't matter.
All right, okay,
Doesn't matter.
let's come back.
Maybe
now.
we need to forgive.
No, let's we can talk. Yeah, we will
I
speak.
say
But it doesn't mean you
sure.
can't speak or you
Now,
can't
I say one
speak. They
thing.
can come in.
There's no need for false character assassination.
Okay, fine.
When he was speaking, he asked a very question. Every question he asked, you ignore it. The commentary, your commentary and script.
I ignored his questions.
I'm explaining why. He asked, since you believe in Bible, the Bible must, if you believe the Bible is the word of God, God must give you a criterion to know true prophet and false prophet. That was a question straight to the point.
Yes.
No, the first question.
No,
was,
wait.
I'm speaking.
That was what I asked. Yes.
What came in mind was Deuteronomy 20, verse 22, from 18 to 22. It clearly talk about that.
Okay.
There's other chapter also in 1 John. If a prophet say that Jesus is the Messiah that came in the flesh, that's the true prophet. Clear. There's many evidence I could give. So,
All right.
Yes, sir, just no. Point is, he did not go to scripture directly and give you one name from saying for a second, no? And give you a criterion from God that he believes is God's words. He keep giving his own commentary and it's pointless.
My question now is,
you know what the problem is?
according to the criteria that he's dropping in, how can we prove Muhammad is any other prophet? Because he never had any prophecy.
Okay,
he never had any prophecy.
Wait.
He is not a descendant of Moses. He is not amongst from the people themselves, and he done no miracles. So how can we prove Muhammad
I'd like
is
to
a prophet?
focus on the
All right,
miracle.
that's fine. So let us continue. Let us continue. Yeah, that's
So
fine.
just to clarify, Asa, just to remind you, the initial question that you asked was not how to identify a false prophet and how to identify a true prophet and a false prophet. You just asked me how to identify a prophet.
Yes.
And there, bear in mind, he went to a book written by some guy who was already understood to be a prophet even before the book was written.
All right.
That was, but that's
Let's
beside.
not go there. Let's not go there.
Yeah, let's come back to the point.
You've asked to the point.
Muhammad
the
was
question now.
asked
The miracle to give miracle,
Yeah.
and he was not
Sign.
able to give.
He was not able to.
give.
Yeah.
So now the thing about that, brother, come down, brother.
I'm speaking to him. I'm speaking.
Okay, brother. So now with this one now, that's why I said I love this girl to listen.
Yeah.
Come, please, 1 second. Okay, don't worry, you can stick there. So now the answer is Muhammad was not able to give any miracle. So now, sorry. Now I am saying Muhammad was able to give miracle to people. That's something extraordinary. Should I give you one? I'll give you only one. And that miracle is this. The book.
That's not a miracle, sir.
It's the Quran.
Let him clarify. Let him clarify.
Wait. This is not a Shakespeare book, yeah? We have defined what something supernatural or extraordinary thing is, yeah?
How is a book?
Now, that's what I'll tell you. This man that had this book, I will tell you this man that had this book, he is an illiterate. Wait, calm down, patience. Let me put all this so that you know where you're going to sweep me, and do you get what I mean? This man did not know how to read nor write. Yeah? He doesn't know what is going to happen in the future or what has happened in the past. And he got all this book. Imagine you know somebody that he doesn't go to school at all, is from one village, he doesn't know anything. And that person now begin to make a book like this. 1 second, you will get your time. That is not something normal. That's number one. Number two, again, about this book that he provides, that is a miracle. Yeah? This book contains about, I think, is it 3,000 or 1,000 letters or whatever, of a page. 3,366.
6,666 words.
663 words. Can you show me any book in this world, any book at all?
Harry Potter.
Just wait.
Harry Potter.
Wait. Okay, what is my question?
Can you show me any book that can replicate?
No. That is what patience, brother. Patience.
Okay,
Can you show me any book in this world with those 6,600 and whatever it is that any person actually memorize off and by heart that they can recite? Any book.
You're further proving my point.
Yeah, so that's fine. So that is what. Wait, when I say that, I mean word for word, letter for letter. Give me one, please.
Okay. But
Huh?
my point isn't that people need to memorize.
But no, that is what I'm saying. Wait,
let's
what
not
I'm
prove the
saying,
criteria
no,
that
what
you
I'm
gave
saying
free.
to you is, for someone to be able to memorize it like that way, it is actually a miracle.
Are you saying Muhammad memorized the Quran?
Everything, he knows everything by heart.
He said he forgot the Quran.
No.
He said at one point in the hadith, in Sahih al-Bukhari, he
Brother.
said, when one of his servants was reciting it, you recited so well, you remind me of verses that I have forgotten. So
Okay.
Muhammad himself forgot it.
See?
Let me, no,
But
let,
wait.
you asked me a question. Let me answer the question. You said, because he was illiterate, so the Quran seems to be a miracle because he doesn't. Are you saying that because he doesn't know how to read, he doesn't know anything at all? Because someone can be illiterate and memorize a lot of things. People with autism, some of them don't know how to read, but they know they can memorize anything that they've seen. So let me finish. We can already prove. If you want to give Muhammad a genius title, I can say probably yes, he was a genius. Please, A and B conversation. See yourself out. Yeah, if you want.
You don't have to be rude.
I'm not being rude. I'm just saying maybe see yourself out. I'm not being rude.
No, it's not about being rude.
I'm not being rude. I'm trying to keep track.
You don't
Because
go
otherwise,
into it so that it will
see
not
now,
be another
I'm gonna
one.
go somewhere else.
It's not
Now,
gonna be another
I'm
one.
trying to.
I wanna
go
say
on,
that's
go on.
fine.
You
It's not being
asked me.
rude.
You said the Quran. You said that the Quran is a miracle simply because Muhammad didn't know anything. Then that means he doesn't know anything. Like his brain is blank. If he doesn't know, one of his wife was a Christian or a Jew, and the person, one of the people that was writing him the Quran in the beginning was also a Christian. If he didn't know that, then Muhammad doesn't know anything because he would have gotten. Let me finish. He could have gotten. Let me finish. That's the hadith. Your word is not sahih. I follow the hadith. Please, A and B conversation. See yourself out. So when Muhammad, sir, please see yourself out. You're manifesting. Your demon is showing. Your demon is showing. Please calm down. Calm down. Your
Then
demon
don't
is
respond to him. Then
Tell him. Speak to your brother. Speak to your brother. So when Muhammad was, there was many times in the Quran. There are many times. Sir, please calm yourself down. Stop manifesting.
But it's fine. You made your point. Let him speak.
Please calm yourself down.
Well, I'm saying you. So
It's an A and B conversation.
I don't care. I must speak.
I'm not care. Don't talk to me.
I must speak. I must
You're
speak.
hiding the
Do not touch me.
This bully approach.
Do
chill.
not touch me.
Chill.
Don't touch me.
I'm trying to show you.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to
I'm
me.
just, no one can tell me no.
Don't talk to me.
I'm gonna do what I want.
Don't talk to
I'm gonna
me.
do what I want.
Alright, cool, guys.
I'm gonna be rude, no like it's rude.
No, I said you're blocking the camera.
You see,
Don't
I
talk to
don't
me.
care. I'm
Nobody's
gonna be
talking
rude.
to you. Nobody's talking
I'm gonna be
to you.
rude.
No one is talking to you.
Like I was rude. Like I was rude. I'm gonna be
No one
rude.
wants to talk to you.
Move.
Don't talk to me.
He's a liar, man.
You came here.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
You came here.
I'm telling you, no Christian wrote the
Come.
Quran. Christian wrote the Quran.
So let me
Christian wrote the
start.
Quran. Prove to Christian wrote the Quran.
Anyway,
Can we please move here a little bit?
No Christian wrote the Quran.
anyways,
Sweetie.
No Christian wrote the Quran.
All right,
I'm gonna
you know,
speak today. I'm gonna interrupt every single time you
should
speak.
I make a suggestion then? Can we have this conversation together then?
please do not.
Yeah.
And not bring any emptiness now?
Yeah, sure.
Because
But
I think
can I also make
you know the reason? I think they are obsessed with each other.
No, that's
So
not true.
yeah,
That's not
but
true.
because they are
the same
still
criteria-
talking, it still keep happening. We
the
can't
same
have a
cri-
decent
you
conversation
want
because
to
of these
speak
people.
Today, I'm gonna show you.
That's fine. Can I
We
please,
can't
before
have it.
we move any further, can I
Yeah.
please suggest something? We do a weekly Wednesday
Make one make a
live stream.
stupid claim, but Christian wrote the Quran.
And of course,
Which Christian wrote the Quran?
Is he on what?
online.
Are you dumb?
Could I please invite you there?
I will 100%.
Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Possess, man.
If you have your phone on you,
You know what you need? You need
search on YouTube.
You need
Is he on
root
YouTube?
here.
On
I'm
YouTube.
set over you. Come over and sit.
Operation. If you search for on YouTube.
No, just put it for me here.
Okay, I'm typing in the name of the YouTube channel.
Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
I know you. You came to my.
Okay, fine.
Please do not touch me.
I just remember me came to my table on the street Islamic table. One
If you
scene at the
copy,
table.
if you search on
Came to my
YouTube
table
already.
at the street Islamic table on the street. I have a table on the
Is he
street.
going to be
You
live
could
stream,
one
right?
argument on the
Yeah, on
street.
Wednesday.
I remember him.
Be live
I
stream.
can give you details. So if you go there,
I remember
search
him.
for that.
He came to my table on the street.
so that's
Next time
our
he came to my table on the
channel.
street, I'm gonna show you real man. I'm gonna show you all
And
the
if you
stuff.
look at any of the videos, you'll find an email address.
Okay.
If you email, I'll give you details as to how to join the live stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that dirt locks of it.
It's StreamYard. Essentially, if you have a
Shit that is in your
computer,
locks.
It's a long thing for that one. Are you not using like maybe?
it's just one link. Online you can join, and we can we can have a discussion, in peace and quiet. But
Do you not have the email?
the email is it's there. Yeah. But this is easy. Okay, that's fine. The email is. I'll give you the email. Yeah.
So if you give me the email, what do I need to send you to give me the
Just
details?
you email me, so I have your email. I'll give you the detail, the link to click to join.
Link to join.
You just click on that with the computer, and you can put in your name
my
and
phone too, right?
or phone, and you can join. Yeah, and then essentially it'll be like are you familiar with Zoom?
That's what I'm
Something
thinking,
like a
can we
Zoom.
not
This will
use
be
it?
something like a Zoom, not exactly Zoom, but can I? Sorry, I don't want to open your.
No, that's fine.
If you go to a notepad, I'll give you the email address.
So you see, all right, there's most of my life been in Christianity than Islam. I
Info.
only accept Islam 14 years ago. Yes? So most of my life was in Christianity. I used to was Christian with some intelligence and class.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
You can email me.
Okay, no. If I send you this one, you will send me the details and I can share with somebody.
Exactly.
That
You
we
can bring in
commune
anyone.
together. Is that
You
all
can
right?
join. You can bring
Yeah,
anyone.
that's what
No
I'm saying.
problem.
And
Okay.
how does it look like there? Is it interactive?
Yeah. It'll be like a Zoom conversation. It's a different software.
That's fine, yeah.
Which I use to go
But
to.
it's
Sorry. To go to YouTube
No,
also
I'm
at the
saying,
same
but the
time.
conversation there is interactive, not one
Yeah,
way.
interactive.
Okay, that's fine then.
we
Wednesday, yeah, this Wednesday. I will
Yeah.
do 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yeah, remind
Now,
me again.
yeah, sir. So now let's because it's getting dark. and
I
so
know,
on.
I know.
In relation to the sign,
Yeah.
so you are saying Muhammad did have a sign, and
Yes.
that this is the sign, and you gave two reasons.
Yes.
I'd like to discuss in detail.
Yeah.
And when we go through the details, we'll find out that both reasons are not reasonable.
Okay.
Both are not valid reasons. They don't stand up to scrutiny.
Give me.
In other words, I'll give you a simple example. If someone was, let's say, if this book, let's say so many words or whatever, if someone was able to memorize, you know who I'd appreciate? The person who was able to memorize, not the book. Because the memorizer is the one who has exhibited a skill.
Can I give you an answer? I'm saying to you, the reason why you can memorize this book is because God says in this book that He is going to protect it.
No, you are assuming
And He will
already
make
this is
it
from
for
God.
you. Huh?
You are assuming already this is from God.
Assuming that
Yeah.
I believe that it's from God.
Yeah.
Yes. Even
that's
if you
an
don't, no.
assumption.
Even if you don't believe it's from God,
Yeah.
if you are interested in memorizing it, I am saying He will make it easy for you to memorize it. Now,
Let me ask you
now,
this.
wait.
Yes.
Now you tell me that. How about we go bring some Arabic book that is of the same size and tell somebody to memorize it? No, they can't.
Which other book did people want to memorize in wholesale? In which other book in history
Yeah.
are you aware of which many people wanted to memorize?
Maybe Bible.
No.
Of course. You want to know you. They want to memorize Bible, of course.
I am
have
a
a
Christian.
family.
I am a Christian.
Yeah, I have a.
I am a Christian. Never my intention is to memorize the Bible back to back,
Okay,
but rather,
yeah.
it is to read the Bible,
So I'm telling you about
understand,
myself.
and implement.
Wait, I'm a Muslim. I've never intended to memorize the Quran back to back or anything.
Attempting
It's just
to memorize,
read and understand as well.
attempting to memorize
Yes.
the Quran
Yeah.
is a historical practice.
But no, I agree with
Yeah,
you.
so I'm
But
not-
what I'm saying is, I have a family here that they are actually even trying to memorize the Bible, and they are doing well. They are going
What,
chapter by
Bible?
chapter. Yes.
Okay, fine.
Oh, you know this guy, this Jew guy.
Don't know.
No, that used to come here. What's his name? Is it Arul or Atom? I can't remember
Don't
his
know.
name.
Yes, sir,
In
but
Jewish
let me
Bible,
ask you this.
they're trying.
Let me ask you this, okay? What I'm going to do, hopefully in the live stream, let's continue.
Yeah, maybe we can
So I'm going
do
to
this.
make a few points. Number one, I'm going to critically challenge
Yeah, on
the,
that. And
the
I will,
proofs that you've
that
given
one. Yeah.
that this is a miracle. I'm going to critically
And
challenge.
if I
Number
give,
one.
if I add more,
Number two.
it's okay,
Number
right?
two.
Yeah.
I am going to show from the Quran itself that the Quran doesn't claim that.
That's
The Quran doesn't claim this, what you were saying,
Yeah.
as a sign in the places where people ask for a sign. The Quran doesn't even claim
okay.
that. So,
and you're gonna give me the evidence where people ask for the signs to and all that,
exactly.
right? All right.
So
That's fair enough.
yeah, let's do that. But can I expect you this coming Wednesday,
Yeah, on-
8 p.m.
100.
You can bring your friend if you want.
100%.
And of course, we'll try to have a sensible conversation.
Of course, of course, of
not
course, of
disturb.
course.
But I really liked the fact that you had a good way of listening and responding. And so on.
So
I really
the
like it. I
person
really
I'm
appreciate
talking
it.
with as
Very
well.
patient,
Trust
I
me.
really appreciate
They have to be patient.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Because
they
we
have to.
completely disagree, and
Yeah.
especially when we disagree, we need to
Yeah.
even listen more.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean listen less, but listen more. So wonderfully, Asa. Like I said, I have an injury, so I won't shake. But I really enjoyed our conversation.
I will. Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Wednesday, 8 p.m. God's blessings,
Yes,
and
man,
we'll
I'll
catch up.
take it.
Yeah,
No problem.
good to have you. Good to see you today. Good to have a conversation with you today, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you
God's
very much.
blessings.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
to you both. Yeah, God's blessings. God's blessings.